Gentlemen, members of the press, here at the conclusion of the CarQuest Auto Parts NHRA Nationals with our top fuel winner, Miss Leah Pritchett. First final round of her career in Top Fuel and first win of her career in Top Fuel. Leah also participated in one of the rare all-female finals here and came out on top. Leah, I know everybody's asked you this question. You've had a few moments to think about it. Can you put the emotion into words?
When I say that dreams come true, I'm talking when you're a kid and you aspire to be whatever it is that you want, whether it's professional race car driver or NFL player, or you want to win the Super Bowl someday. I feel like I just won the Super Bowl, even though it's only the second race and it's not the U.S. Nationals. For me, it's an incredible personal and professional victory to be able to compete with the team that I'm with, and because of the teams that I've been with before. Putting into words is I feel like I'm on top of a mountain, but I've said it before. When you're a climber, you get on top of a mountain and you see the next one that's even higher. And I'm a climber, and I'm always going to be looking for what's next. And this has been on the bucket list of when I'm a kid, right? And I'm writing down my goals, and it was to race a full series of the NHRA Mellow Yellow Series, and the next line item was to win a race, and the next line item was to win a championship. And those seemed like really far out goals, right? But that's what I'm putting into words, is that it can't, whatever it is that you want to do in life, it can be possible. And today I'm living that reality of that possibility. And I mean, smiles, like I smile all the time, but I don't know if you noticed or picked up or anybody did, but when it gets down to the nitty gritty and the serious parts, and it's not rainbows and butterflies, it's blinders on, and we're about to go do some work right now, and that's exactly what happened today. And everybody around me had that exact same feeling, and I'm just glad that we were able to obviously wrap it up in a very stellar, fashionable, female-like way. I really could not have dreamed of a more epic final. As a driver, coming off of what would be the low of my ever career, of a Pomona finish, to go to the high of my ever career in a final round. As a driver, you want to win on a whole shot, and that's huge and that's big. And to give us the momentum into this season, every single thing about this is absolutely perfect in my eyes. And I can say that because this is not a perfect world, and things don't go right very well, and they haven't been going right with our car for a while. So I'm relishing and relinquishing this exact moment and today, and I can't wait to go do it with my guys in here in a little bit.
You've mentioned a lot about how much your crew means to you. You mentioned out in the winner's circle that it's also the first career win for your crew chief.
Absolutely. So Mike Guger and Joe Barlam are my co-crew chiefs, and Joe has won as a crew chief before, but Mike has not. Larry Dixon drove this phenomenal race car last year to a fourth place, finish in the series, and they went to, I believe it was 5 or 6 finals. So Mike has been there, and to be able to bring it home with him and celebrate this victory together, because he has put in the 40 plus 50 plus years into this sport, and that's even bigger than it is for me. This is my 20th year, and that is what means so much to me, is that to share it. And this isn't about me. I'm the one that gets the trophy. That's fine, and I get to have this awesome medal, but I'm always impressed and in awe of every single thing that the crew guys do to what goes into tuning the cars to make this happen, so that I can do this right here. That's like the biggest feeling that I have in my heart and in my mind is thankful. Just incredibly thankful and proud, and I want to do it again.
So Leah, you've always been a confident driver as long as I've ever known you. But looking over there and seeing Team 4's Alan Johnson, was there a bit of, I don't want to say intimidation, but it has to be an intimidating experience.
It is, and to be, real honest, Brian Houston and I are great friends with Gary, and that's like kind of our group at home, is a couple different people from different teams, and that happens to be one of them. And so when he was the crew chief for Sean last year, he knew some of my driving weaknesses, because that's what we talk about as friends. And he had gone in and told Sean, she hates losing to you. So I can only imagine what, he as a competitor would tell Brittany, like, of course I would hate losing in the final round to Brittany. So looking over there, you would think that that would kind of cloud up some confidence of mine, but it absolutely did not at all, because of the confidence that Joe and Mike have. I'm not just saying, they don't walk around going, yeah, we're going to go run a 77. It's, no, I know exactly what this needs. We're going to look back at T9 from testing here, and yep, that map in, and okay, we're going to pull off that. Yep, that's going to be a solid run right now, and I don't even have to question it. So it actually could have been Gary on his foot in the other lane. All I cared about was my race car with my team, and mine. It's not mine. I don't own it. The one that I am fortunate enough to drive, and leaving on time. So half the time, actually, I didn't even realize I was racing Brittany. So it's very cool and incredible, but stay in my own lane, and this is what happens.
We discussed this before. Could Leah versus Brittany be the next big rivalry in drag racing?
I absolutely think so. I mean, why not? We, I think we're two totally separate individuals and people, and she's a very gorgeous person on the inside and out. I just think, I don't know. I wouldn't want to make anything up by any means, but why not? I mean, if we're the only two full-time on the schedule, I mean, they called it Battle of the Weaves is what, we were saying over there in our pit. We could play something up if there's something to be played up, but for sure, why not? Now we're on an even playing level. They've got a bad hot rod, and so do I. So let's play some ball, and, good ball, not dirty ball. I thought about, okay, final round, you could race a little bit differently in the final round. That's when you've deserved to race however you want. And I thought about some of the rounds that have been thrown against me from a sneaky way or something, and I thought, man, no, we're gonna go win this straight out, and I'm gonna pretend like there's nobody else in the other lane, and that's what happened. So if anybody comes up with some cool angle for Brittany and I to be the next Snake and Mongoose, that would be absolutely incredible. Now, I do want to point out that Don Perdome and I consider us pretty good friends. He's been a supporter of mine for a little while, and I actually talked to him about driving quite a bit, and he had given me some mental pointers after Pomona, and I implemented them. So, Don, thank you. Let's see how long I keep that up.
Leah, could you talk about that? Was it thrilling side-by-side duo with Brittany in the finale?
Absolutely. I mean, we know that that team takes a little bit longer of a startup procedure than we do. So, when the starter says fire those engines, and that they fire up, having to wait, I mean, we're talking a solid 10, 12 extra seconds until we fire engine, because that's what is necessary. That just built extra, anticipation for that round, which I think I kind of feed off of. So, it's a pretty good recipe. I thought I'd like to cook that up again. So just pulling into the beams, and the one thing that was really cool that I'd like to touch on, as Bob Vandergriff being a team owner and a former driver, is before I went up to the lanes, he had said, just do you. Just drive. You don't need to overdo anything. Just do exactly you. And that gave me the confidence that if he's seen that what it takes to win that final round, and you don't need to go above and beyond by any means. So as I'm doing my burnout and backing up, I'm reassuring myself with my team owner's words of just race like I know how to race. Don't let the pressure of a first final round or first female, or the ninth female and all that jazz pile up, because after all these 19 3/4 years, I've learned to kind of put all those thoughts in a little basket over there for later. And the side-by-side, I knew that we left pretty well together. I knew she was right there. I was more focused on my race car, because, to be totally dead honest, I have not made it to the finish line under power without something going wrong, and that would be 20 ever. That final round was my first time going through the lights without hurting anything and pulling the chutes. So, and to feel that going down, going, this could be it. Oh, here we go. We're half track. Oh, I don't see her. I hear her. And here we go. Here comes the finish line. I don't see her wheel. Could I win this? First thing I do is look for that win light. That's all I ever talk about. And when I saw that, it's still soaking in, just like the mellow yellow that's in my hair and all over my suit is still soaking in. I'm still soaking it in.
You almost didn't make it out of the first round, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Almost didn't make it out of the first round, but that's why it's a combination of mechanics of the car and drivability. Today they saved my butt, and they will again. And today I saved our car's butt a little bit. Absolutely, but just as much as we had problems in that left lane against J.R. Todd, he had worse problems, and it was, the pedal fest. And I've got to say, as a fan, because I'm forever a fan of this sport, whether I get to be in that car, be here with this Wally, that's my new boyfriend, or I'm down at the top end just watching racing. Pedal fests are pretty cool. I mean, today's a really cool day, but when I get back and when you win a pedal fest, you feel like your job as a driver is a little bit more validated instead of just going, because a driver can never make a car go quicker. Ever, right? You can take it to its maximum capability. But if that car is having issues and a driver can go and turn the wind light on because it did a better job in whatever the case was, that case pedaling, it's a very happy time for all of us.
Thank you.
Leah, do you find it ironic that the two top fuel factories, the Kalitas and Schumacher Racing, neither one have gotten a win yet? And that going into the quarterfinals, we had 5 racers who had never won a race before.
To be honest, I had not. I mean, now looking at it, yes, of the powerhouses and who's what, where, and how. That is how focused I am in my own world, in my own pit. I actually can't tell you the last time I stepped in someone else's pit, even this weekend. So, this is just a strategy of my own from the way that I used to race. When it comes down to ladders of, okay, well, if I win first round, I'm going to have so-and-so second round, or maybe in the semis I'll meet up with so-and-so. Absolutely not. Because those rounds right now don't even exist. I need to get past round 1. So as I was going through the rounds today and overhearing, oh, okay, well, Brittany won, or, Connolly's out, it checked off in my mind. But not really, because I don't consider ourselves any less of a team just because we have a lower car count. If anything, it shows that you have 5, however many people it was, non-ever event winners moving forward. That just shows how much more that the competition is improving and how much more those other teams are taking us seriously. I mean, case in point, Antron Brown's second round. I would have never thought, Antron Brown, for him to do that, what that did for me and my team is it showed that Antron takes our team very seriously and myself very seriously, and that's a compliment in my eyes. So I mean, obviously I can't speak for him or anything, but those are the types of thoughts that went through my mind on this day, winning my first ever Top Fuel national event win.
How important was it to you to make a mark early in your first full schedule season with new team, new sponsor?
It was actually too important, really, for what had happened at Pomona. So for this to pile that on, it's extremely important. I take everything to the most intense and extreme capability that I can in every part of my life. The hottest food, I'll take it. The biggest goals in the world, I'm gonna go after them. So to come out for Quaker State and have a win and show them that they made the right decision of backing myself at Bob Vandergriff Racing with our team and their confidence, I'm all about validation. So. That's what I've been going after, and to do it early this early in the season is perfect because we're building with them. This isn't a one and done thing. So in addition to, we've got Gainesville coming up as our next event, and we have a different title sponsor. I don't know if people know, but Quaker State is not our primary sponsor for the entire year. They're not with us as primary for 6 events, and we have a couple other ones, Fire Aid, like I said, coming on in Gainesville. So, and we actually have availability for more. So if people want to come and join this fun, there's room for that. And hopefully these are the results that we can continue to deliver.
Just one quick correction on that. I did mention earlier that it was her first final round. It was not. She actually appeared in the final in Atlanta, 2015.
Yes, and real quick on that, it's smart to think back in past experiences, right? That's what they're there for, to learn from. Today, going into the final round, I'm mixing my fuel, I'm filling up the car. I know we've got about 50 minutes or so. I'm thinking, what can I do differently from this last time? I remember my emotional state, being excited. Oh my gosh, my first final round. How do I manage, my emotions? And I want to listen to the right music and get myself pumped and to drink water or whatever and mellow yellow. And I go, no, man, this is cool breeze and central right now. I don't need anything to help me get pumped up. This thing is real. This is about to go down. And I cool and calmed myself and just went about my business and fed off of the confidence of my team. And that made me be able to be a more focused driver and ultimately win, I guess, with a whole shot. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. But I think my mental state is due in large part to the gum out dragster with Dote Racing last year in that final round. And that's all about learning from experiences. So, heck, I don't know what I can learn about from this experience to move on, but if we could duplicate it a couple times, that'd be pretty good in my book.
Leah, did you know that you joined Shirley Muldowney as the only woman to beat another woman in the Top Fuel final, and that was 34 years ago?
Absolutely not. I did not know that. That is a very elite status to have. That's incredible. I like to do this all the time, so I'll always remember now, I'm the second one. I'm the second one to do that. That's phenomenal. And I take great pride in the heritage of our series, in this sport, and being able to do that and continue that on. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.